Did Brook not realize that she was getting up from off the ground? Did Brook not realize that she got mollywopped? Does Brook not realize that Alexis was playing with her like a doll baby, popping that child with the open hand? Did Brook just not realize that she got her whole entire A shook? A sweet old auntie. Thank you, subscribers, to my existing refugee. All the y'all who have been here through the long. Shall we get into it? Oh, yes, we shall. It's time for auntie advice. Sweet old. It's time for auntie advice. It's time for auntie advice. Brooke ran up on Alex only to find out that Alex ain't got it. She ain't got it to do. Welcome, everybody. We are on the last couple of Love After Lockup, Season 6, Episode 15, Caught in a Lie. Let me tell you something. This girl, I got to make sure I say this in a way that it don't come off wrong to you, dude. I've been waiting on We've been waiting on this foolishness and foolala from Broke. Broke ran up only to get done up. She said, where I come from, you talk, you get hit. And I said, that's exactly what happened to you. You got all that talk with your lisp. Because, girl, you lisping. And I know that's why everybody stand off and stand away from you, because you seem like we open up this freaking segment where Alex chilling in the dark, doing it after dark. Oh yeah, Rock P Pop. Okay, Rock P Pop. If y'all know that song, learn it. She like, I'm gonna have a conversation with her. She been dealing with Bonnie. She got some things she need to say to me. All right, I'm gonna sit down here and I'm gonna try to have a grown up conversation with this woman. She comes up there with some white jeans on and a shirt. Alexis with her hair out. Let me tell you something. From where I'm from, since you want to be talking about where people from, you don't ever walk up and think that you're gonna do anything and all your hair is out. Like, girl, what? Like, hair ain't nothing but a handle when it comes down to a fight. It's like having a handle or a hook that you put your hand in. You like it's like, what are we doing? Who walks up and runs up on somebody and you got all your hair out? That's just like, a little handbag, a little wrist bag. Do I got a wrist bag? Do I have a wrist bag? What do you mean you wasn't ready for me? You wasn't ready for me. And anytime you get your butt whooped by somebody with their hand open, you weren't ready. You ain't get ready. You don't stay ready. Brooke has had all that mouth. From day A, the first day we've seen you, she bullies her mother, in my opinion. She bullies his mother. She bullies JK. The only one that Brooke has not bullied is the stepfather. Now he been standing down because he trying to be there for his wife. I think that's the only reason why he's standing down. But when she came in there with those 6 pregnancy tests, he was done tying it through. He went off a little bit, and the mother kept telling him, calm down, keep your pressure down. So Brooke decides that she's going to go because she's going to confront Alex. Now, if she don't believe Barney, what Barney said, why she taking it to the mother, and why is she approaching Alex? First of all, if I was Alex, I wouldn't have said nothing to her about nothing. I don't owe you nothing. Me and you not friends. I don't owe you anything, not a conversation or anything. But Alex said, I'm going to be a woman so I can let her know what's going on. Because I've been around the man. And it's more going on with him than it's not. She was like, no, I don't have this to do. Thank you so much, Asia for the $10 super chat. Hats off to Alex for embarrassing Broke. I was looking to see the dirt on those white pants from her hitting the ground. Okay. Why would you do this on it being filmed? I couldn't understand why this was filmed. I could not understand why there was no one putting a barrier between these two women. I couldn't understand it. Because I know I would have been like, y'all gonna be liable. She put her hand on me. That's just where I would have went. Like I'm going there with that. Thank you so much, baby. Thank you. Love you too, sweetie. Welcome. So she is standing out there talking this yickety yang yang, asking Alex, you wasn't ready for me? And Alex was like, what do you mean I wasn't ready for? She said, you look like. So Alex knew at that point, she not ready for this. As far as I was concerned, Alex was ready. She's ready for the foolishness, but she was trying to get this girl the benefit of the doubt. Then she tells her, why would look at me and look at you? Are you effing my man? First of all, it's none of your business if I am. So Alex was like, look, I'm trying to have a conversation with you, but what we're not going to do is this, right? We're not doing this. But Broke wants to continue on and on with the argument. She wants to continue with the bull crap and talk down on the girl and say, why would he want you over me? I think that he wants anybody over you. So Alex was like, I'm not going to do this with you. I'm out. So now she wants to run up on Alex and said, you don't want to talk about it? She was like, no, I don't. I don't want to talk about it with you. I'm just going on about my business. But you've been sleeping with my man. That's my man. And demanding a conversation. And let me tell you something. It takes straight up willpower that is beyond human to have somebody chirping in your ear, walking up on, that's it, Alex? You ain't got nothing else? Are you sleeping with my man? That's my man. You need to mind your business. Barney came back and told me. She said, you ought to know you can't trust Barney. Barney told me that you was pregnant by my man. Okay, well, you can't trust Barney. You ought to know that of all people. Didn't she move out your house? Didn't she spray your tea? Didn't she tell you she wasn't? But she did. Bonnie, can't nobody trust Bonnie. I ain't told Bonnie nothing. And from my understanding, it was a whole bunch of people that was living up in the house. And that's why she had them cipher locks on her door. And it could have been somebody in the house that told Bonnie that. And not necessary, Alex. Thank you so much, Asia R, for the $5. So much that production wanted to see Broke get beat up. They are tired of her too. Okay, allegedly. Okay, allegedly, TLC. Allegedly, We TV. She said, you can't believe nothing Bonnie said, but you know what? I'm out. I ain't gonna do this with you. She running up on her, talking all up in her face, asking her why she don't have nothing else. That's it. What's up? Then she walks up 2 steps faster than Bonnie. Jumps up in Bonnie's face because she wants some action with Bonnie. She's standing up in Bonnie's face. Like, girl, what? She stands up on her on the side, but look at Bonnie's eyes. Bonnie said, bring it, you gonna get it. If you look at Bonnie's eyes, ain't no fear. She got the eye of the tiger. Bonnie was like, girl, I dare you. And the next thing you know, Brook is gonna throw a sideway punch and hit Alex on the side. Now, who's ready and who ain't ready? Because Bonnie hears up and girlfriends is out. Alexis knew it was going to go to this point because she probably didn't deal with her before. Broke has the audacity to swing and hit her, and that was it. Alexis began to mollywop her open handedly. Sling her down. She said, pop, pop, pop. She smacked her with her open hand like she was stealing something out the dollar store. Pat, 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 pat. Come back, come back. It was 3 in a row. Come back, come pat, pat. Grabbed all of that kid that was slinging around from the girl that could not fight, could not guard herself. She didn't even, she didn't even square up. She could have did a Shamar. What's a little dude name? She could have did one of kid. With that little, what's his name, y'all? The little TikTok sensation. Is his name Shamar? She could have did one of them. She didn't even square. She said, pop, pop, pop. Next thing you know, White Pants, who wanted to compare herself to somebody, okay, was getting up off the ground, grabbing glasses. And they're going to sit there and have the audacity to apologize to us. When I see her, I just be wanting to put my hand. I bet you won't no more. Because Alice kept saying, I ain't going to entertain you. I ain't got it to do. Broke. I'm just going to go on about my business. I ain't got to tell you nothing. I ain't having this conversation with you. All you had to do was come and sit down like a grown woman and have a conversation. There's a lot of stuff you would have found out about him. She said he ain't even right. He got a lot of stuff going on. He a good man and all of that, but he got a lot going on. I ain't even with him anymore. And then she told me something, but that's why you be wanting my man D. I was like, girl, this is filthy. The stuff that she was saying, I ain't even gonna say. I ain't even gonna say it. But she was dead wrong. She was dead wrong. And she got mollywopped for it. You talk about my man. He ain't your man if he's sleeping with Alex. I don't know why I keep wanting to call her Alexis. He is absolutely not your man. JK been sniffing under Alex since he got out. The only one that he ain't been sniffing under is Brook. I mean, Barney. He's not your man. And sometimes if you want to know something, you sit down and you be quiet long enough. You deal with the person that's sitting across from you, and you sit there long enough to listen. And then, if you got it, bring it. But you never had it and didn't bring it. I don't even think that Brooke realized she was on the ground, which makes me think that there's something else wrong with Brooke or Broke. Because how do you just be getting up off the ground? No, I mean, you. And then call JK and tell JK I had to pop you. Girl, when she called JK and told JK I had to pop your girlfriend a couple of times, I said no once. No once. Alex said, if I was mad and this was really on and I really took her seriously, I would have mopped the floor with her. And I believe that because she had already brought her to her knees after that third. After that, she had already brought her down to her knees. Matter of fact, to her butt. So it didn't take anything. And like I said, when you were in combat, right? And we all too old to be in combat, but at one point we was. Here is a handle. Here is a handle. It is something that you can wrap around your wrist like a pocketbook, because now you're in combat. So you use whatever rope, hair, whatever you can to gain control over that thing. And you talking about somebody ain't ready. You wasn't ready. Plus you wore white pants. And then for her to try to judge her based on her size, y'all look like y'all wrong about the same size. You just put us put. Let me bring that picture up. Free exchange ain't no robbery. The only thing that's different from y'all is that is Alex got a little bit more hips. But other than that, y'all looking the same. And Alex was trying to be nice with the girl. I swear Alex was. Even right here, when she walked up, double walked up on her and came up in her face, Alex still was trying to say, girl, I'm trying to tell you, go on, girl. Go on, girl. Girl, go. We in a relationship. Me and my man are in a relationship. We together. No, you ain't talked to JK in weeks. Matter of fact, JK didn't care enough about you to even go in with you to take the blood test to see if he was having a baby with you. Thank you so much, Sugar Bunny 110 for the $4.99 super chat. Alex was the MVP of this episode. Show us more Alex and less Broke. JK couldn't care less about what Broke has to say. Absolutely. Absolutely, Sugar Bunny. And it's a shame because she wasn't looking for that. Hey there, Tamika. Hey, boo. She wasn't looking for no fight with her. She wasn't looking to be in combat with her. She just wasn't looking for that. That wasn't what she came for. She came to have a conversation with her and possibly tell her, I think JK's using. I think that's what she wanted to tell us. JK is using. Yes, I did have a relationship with him, and I know I was wrong for that. But I'm not in a relationship with him anymore because he's using. That's what she really wanted to tell her, I think. What y'all think? But she was like, she couldn't sit down like a grown woman. She wanted to fight and put her hands on somebody. And when you get to be a certain age, you put your hands on somebody going to jail. And if you were the first one that swung, I'm sorry, it's going to be you because the other person is now in an a defense mode, and you can be sued. So she gets up in the thing. Broke is standing out there bumping her gums. And they asked her, she was like, "That's all you got, Alex? Alex, that's all you got?" Alex was walking onto her van. She got on in there. And she rolled the window down to talk to production. And I thought that production was extremely disrespectful when they asked her, "Did you F him?" I was like, there was no other way that this chick who's working on production, you mean to tell me that she couldn't ask her another way? Did you, JK? Alex was better than me because I'd have been like, what? Don't talk to me like that. Don't talk to me like that. She said, yeah. Was you pregnant by him? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. And she would have learned a lot of stuff had she act like an adult. But right now, I ain't got nothing to do. I'm not with JK anymore. I think he is a sweet guy, but he got a whole lot going on. And I got to lock my whole room down with a cipher door, a cipher lock. This was humiliating. Then she gets on the phone. She says, "Oh, the scaredy cat closes her doors and locks her doors and pull away." No, she's smart. Because who wants to be going down to the precinct or being locked up and handcuffed over you? It's not worth it. It's not worth it. She's not a scaredy cat. She just knows that it ain't worth it with you. It takes a bigger person to understand the search situation and circumstances and walk away. That's the bigger person. Sorry, it just is. And she did what she needed to do. And Broke calls JK and said, "Good on you. Congratulations, you picked up the phone." But he sounded like he was high as Cootie Brown. I was so surprised he understood half of what Brooke was saying because she tells him that she then Molly whopped or popped his girlfriend. I mean, Alex a couple of times. Was Alex pregnant with your baby? He like, I don't know what's going on. I don't even know if I'm alive. I don't know if I'm in my other house. I don't know where I'm at. She said, where you at? He said the 7-Eleven. I said, that sound about right. Because in certain neighborhoods, that's where unfortunately, in some neighborhoods, behind the 7-Eleven, okay, because most of the time they 24 hours, that's where a lot of people who use drugs or abuse drugs stay at, behind the 7-Eleven. It's so sad, but it's so true in some neighborhoods. So I'm not surprised he at the 7-Eleven. JK wants to be free. He thought he was free and he could do anything, but he was also free to make choices. And it appears from the way that production has shown him, he has been free to make bad decisions and bad choices. And it appears that JK is back on drugs. So she asked him about the baby. He said that she wasn't pregnant by him. And then, he says that if he do right, he wrong. And if he do wrong, he wronger. He don't know what to do. And she said, you sound like you are high. You sound like you high. And he did. And I think that JK has been high for a long time. And I am not blaming Brooke by any means. About what I'm about to say is blaming Brooke. But sometimes people can stress you to the point that you want to escape by any means necessary, if that makes sense. And she said, Brooke said herself, I don't know whether or not it is the stress of becoming a daddy that is causing him to act this way. So she knows that this is unusual behavior and it's unfair because he's coming out of jail. He's not in his right mind. He's thinking that, he wants to have a baby, that this is going to fulfill him. Maybe he feels like, he needed to catch up. And having a baby was to catch up with like his homeboys or, maybe his friends, his cousin and all of them, maybe they got girlfriends and got little kids and stuff like that. Because this is around the age that he should be doing that, but this may be too much by him for him, according to what Brooke said or Broke. And I'm just saying, can we at least fight over a man that got all his front teeth? Can we fight over a man that at least got maybe 28 teeth in his mouth? Let's just say 15. Can we start fighting over men like that? Can we? Now they've been on social media trying to pose. Trying to pose like they together. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Say it isn't so. Say it isn't so. They're not together. You okay, Maisie? Okay. They're not together. You said JK needs some grace. JK's had grace. JK now needs to take responsibility. And that's just my word on that. Grace has been given. His mama let him live in her house. They have brought things for him to be safe. He is on his mother's floor on a mattress, on an air bed, with a woman who, as from what we've seen, hasn't even taken care of her children. For a man, he's gotten grace. Period. Now he needs to take responsibility and ownership. He is riding around in an F-150, a red truck that he has not labored for. Oh, he got grace. He sat there and in my opinion, dumped on his father and told his father how he was to blame and ruined his life instead of taking responsibility. And now we see JK. Let me see if I got it.
He can't even understand him when he's talking. Maybe, it's just alcohol. But, if he's just overwhelmed with possibly being a parent.
JK got grace. He up in somebody else's house, his mother's house, smoking and vaping, and looks like he is tweeted out. He wanted to do hot shotting, and instead of hot shotting, he's riding down to Alex's house. And now here JK is through this stuff. Thank you so much, C. Becky. And here JK is now abandoning a child, allegedly, that's not even born. He's had grace. Now it's time for him to grow up and take responsibility for his life. Point blank, period, poo. Thank you, though, for your comments, sweetie. I ain't point you out because I ain't want you to think I was against you. But it may be other people. Absolutely they are, Miss Pam. Absolutely they are. I love y'all. If y'all have, thank y'all so much for being here and watching. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button because Raydella said y'all ain't hitting up, okay? Yes, she is. Okay. Um, 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 um. Okay. So thank y'all so much for being here. Again, make sure you hit the like button. Because Raydella said y'all ain't been hitting it. So hit that hit that thumbs up, that like button. If you have been watching my mukbang, no, not my mukbang. If you watch my crumble cookie video, I hope you enjoyed it because in about a half hour, I'm going to be doing another crumble. Y'all, yes, I did go back to crumble. And I'll be posting a video shortly of me eating some more crumbles and trying them out. Hopefully this time, y'all, they will get over a 5-star rate. I mean, a 5-point rating, okay, out of 10. So if you enjoy that, make sure you got your notification bells on. Thank you all so much for being here. I love you. I want to say special thank you to Miss Asia R. twice and to Sugar Buddy 10. I love y'all. And until we meet again, y'all be safe out there in those streets. And Raydella, thank you for all you do. Bye, y'all.